Shall we begin? Shall we begin? You already know the rules. When you come in my house, take off your shoes and super violate that like button. Jermaine, you know, I was trying to take it easy because I was totally in the wrong and I had no business beefing during the month of Ramadan. I was playing myself. But today, right now, I got time, cuz. I got time, cuz. So, I'm sitting back and I'm analyzing. Me and Maino got a war of words between each other, between two men. But you got mad different dudes on the internet jumping me. Two in particular. Let's get to that. You got two of them. We're going to start off with your man Fruit. One of the dudes that you use. Maino, you are the company that you keep. So, your man Fruit, the one that was sitting up there talking all this trash about me on the internet, had a fist fight with a female in Brooklyn. He had a fist fight with one of his ex-girlfriend family members, a female. And he pulls out a gun and commits to pistol whipping this female, Maino. This was a woman. And he shoots the woman. He turned her TV off. Where they do that at? He had a fist fight with a female. And he sent her to the afterlife. And this is the company that you keep and the dude that you got coming at me on the internet? Yo, Fruit, I don't even understand why you on the internet. So all that bragging and boasting you was doing when you was in jail, acting like you was the illest nigga in Nebraska because you caught a body. You really was in there because you caught a body, but it was a female? This is why I say the black woman and the black child is the most unprotected in the black community. But Maino, you are the company that you keep. I don't even have no more to say about you, Fruit. From this point on, you should be exiled out of the community. You're wicked. You went to jail for bodying a female? And you on the internet bragging about it? Zip with the drip. Mr. Let's get to that. We talking about a nigga. 3 words that's being thrown around, especially by Zip. These niggas are bozos. These niggas are clowns. These niggas are weirdos. You came home. You running around in your 40s, applying for food stamps, and you calling other niggas bozos, weirdos, and clowns. You came home, living with your mama, living with your mama, and applied for food stamps. And they got on the internet and said so. But better yet, Maino, you are the company that you keep. Did you know that Zip with the Drip had his grandmother boofing drugs to bring in the penitentiary? We love, bring it back, come rewind. Yo, I hear a lot of people sitting up there calling people bozos, clowns, and weirdos. When I was in jail, right, my first bid, I was going back and forth to court. You know, my co-defendant beat trial. It was my turn now. We separated the case. It's my time to go to trial, right? I knew I was going to beat the case. I go stands in front of the judge. When I stand in front of the judge, something told me to look back. We getting ready to start trial. They offered me a 1.5 to 4.5. I had 3 years on Rikers Island. I look back. This is for murder, right? They had to break the case down to manslaughter. Then they broke it down to assault and first. I showed the paperwork. Ain't nothing to talk about. So something told me to look back. I looks to the back. I see my grandmother. I ain't seen my grandmother in years. A voice whispered to me and said, "Don't cry." I started to cry. I started to boo-hoo cry. But instead, I held back the tears and I blew a kiss at her. Said, "I love you, Grandma." She said, "I love you too." I took that 1.5 and the 4.5 because there was no way in hell I was going to put my grandmother through that trial. I couldn't do it. Now back to today's time. This nigga Zip with the drip had his grandmother sneaking drugs into the penitentiary. And this is the nigga that y'all want me to argue back and forth with on the internet. I couldn't picture even asking my grandmother to smuggle weed into the penitentiary. He had his grandmother putting weed in her panties. He had his grandmother boofing. He had his grandmother with her hands on a wall in the penitentiary, being searched. The COs, the correction officers was giving her the credit card check, swiping her. The credit card check is when they take the hand and swipe it through the crack of you. You had your grandmother smuggling drugs in the penitentiary. Zip, you win. I can't beat you, nigga. You the illest nigga in Nebraska. Because only a dirty, grimy piece of whatever asked their grandmother to bring drugs in to niggas like Blue Boy. You had your grandmother smuggling drugs in the penitentiary. What could I say to you? See, the reason why certain dudes can't beat a nigga like Zip with the drip, the nigga with the dirty couch, the reason why you can't beat a nigga like Zip with the drip is because there's too many dirty niggas in the world. There's more dirty niggas in the world than clean, fresh niggas like me. Niggas sitting on the same dirty couch. His cat goes into the bathroom, piss in the kitty litter, shits in the kitty litter. Then the cat scratches the kitty litter to get the doo-doo residue out of his nails and jumps out of the bathroom, jumps out of the kitty litter and jumps on top of the couch and say, "Let's get to that." With Zip with the drip. I told y'all before, in order to defeat this nigga, you got to burn the couch and kill the cat. The nigga is doing videos on the same couch that his grandmother bought in the 60s. You know, back in the days when they had the group come out saying, back in the 60s, our brothers and sisters was hanged. How could you gangbang? That couch go back that far. Self-destruction. That couch goes back that far. And this is who I'm beefing with. Rocky, you can't win against that. You can't beat that. You can't beat that. Nigga, you had an alley-oop from 50 Cent the same way I did, twice. Matter of fact, 50 Cent might have mentioned you about 5 or 6 times just to give you a boost, and your channel still ain't get a YouTube plaque. 50 Cent mentioned me and I got a $20,000 check, my nigga. 50 Cent mentioned you when you still sitting up there talking about let's get to that. Acting like you the illest nigga on the internet, but you're not, my nigga. Your views didn't go up. Your stats didn't go up. I make more money for YouTube than you do. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? My slogans made it to the Super Bowl, my nigga. Your slogans made it to Instagram. We are not the same. I'm big dangerous. You just a little vicious. Stop playing with me. I could never in my life ask my And then the worst part about it is, this nigga, not only did this nigga have his grandmother smuggling balloons in the penitentiary system so Blue Boy could take him, this is the same nigga that told y'all when he came home from jail, don't call me Unc. Don't call me big homie because I'm going to be sleeping with the same girls as you. This old nigga don't want to sleep with women his age. He wants to stand outside and get the teeny boppers pregnant. And then the worst part about it is, he ain't even got his own crib. Y'all be throwing around that word, calling dudes bozos, clowns, and weirdos. And the crazy part about it is, the dudes that go to jail that be calling dudes bozos, clowns, and weirdos, his grandmother was a failure. His father was a failure. His uncle was a failure. Zip was a failure. Big Zip was a failure. Did 20 years in jail. And came home while his brother was on top of the world on the internet, so he act like, and went back to jail for a robbery. Let's get to that. You getting all this money and you got all this flow on the internet, Zip. So you tried to use a conversation that I had with Maino 4 years ago, talking about I copped out to Maino, I apologize. I did apologize to Maino because I was bullying him. I felt bad. Zip, you want me to play the conversation between me and you? You know when you was in my DM and you was telling me how much you admired me? Do you want me to play that? It's not even worth it. You wasn't even worth recording. Zip, do you want the world to hear how you was talking to me when you was trying to be my friend? What about your friends? Are they going to stand their ground? Are they going to be your Zip? You didn't want my help. I helped you on YouTube. You wanted my spot, but you couldn't handle the spotlight. You only had a little spark, just like Bullets Gotti. Nigga, you's a hype man. You's a 60-second, you's a 60-second nigga. That's why you do good on them little 60-second shorts on Instagram. But on the big stage, nah, you can't rock it like that. You trying, but it ain't working for you. Maino. Tell me you love me so you could go viral. Tell me you love me so you could go viral. Tell me you love me so we could go viral? Who's singing that? Who's singing that, Maino? You made a song for the teeny boppers. That's a teeny bopper saying. Your main audience that you're trying to target is little kids. Tell me you love me in the comment section, please. Am I lying? Tell me you love me so we could go viral. Who says that? Teenagers? Tell me you love me so we could go viral. See, in our days, we grew up to, I'm a movement by myself, but I'm a force when we together. Even though I'm good all by myself, you make me better. You make me better. You should have asked Fab to help you write. You make me better. I don't know which song is worse. You see me, Hi Hater, another female song. Or Tell Me You Love Me so we could go viral. That's the content you putting out? It is what it is, man. It is what it is. And some of you YouTubers, man, y'all sway back and forth. You got a grown-ass man still doing little boy shit and y'all praising him. Nigga still living in his grandmother's house. Still on the same nasty couch. Cat be getting on the couch using the couch cushion to wipe the hair fibers of doodle out of his nails. Let's get to that. Maino, you are the company that you keep. These are the niggas that you brought to the ring? You couldn't handle me with a one-on-one? You had to jump me. You didn't want to fight me in real life, but then you jumped me on the internet? Hassan wins with a TKO. You've been defeated, my nigga. You can't run off the internet now. Don't run now. I can't beat him. You knew you couldn't beat me. You lost already. But then jumped me. Then you really lost. Anyway, y'all prepare for my live. This is just the beginning of my rant. Y'all hit that like button, hit the share button, hit that subscribe button, and pay attention to your circle before they hurt you. And one more thing, man. If you're going to be sitting up there calling somebody a weirdo, a bozo, or a clown, you better have your life together. Because a lot of y'all don't have y'all priorities together. And y'all calling dudes weirdos, clowns, and bozos when that saying fits you. I'm out.